Hello everyone and welcome back to the Lotus Studios. My name is Sacred Lotus. Here again with another art video for you, so just sit back, relax and enjoy the fun. We're here again with another round of Magical March, which is a month-long challenge where you draw 31 drawings in 31 days of magical girls. The main prompt for this video was space, and I used Jazz's Arty Games to decide what prompt I would use to go with it, for which I got C. Now I had a bit of a think and I decided to do a female space marine animal. Originally I thought I might do a manatee, but then I decided to change it into a shark. I first sketched out a generic looking like space suit that could go on a marine creature. I drew a fishbowl space helmet. Gave her water tanks for her back so she could breathe. I even gave her a bit of a rise in her chest area so it made her look more female. I gave her some lashes along her eyes. In my imagination, this is like a futuristic, sentient shark that's doing its bit for Earth and exploration and all that jazz. I gave it little rocket booster things on its flippers and its tail to indicate some form of rocket boosters to help it propel through space. Not even sure what type of shark she is. She's like a new species of some sort, like perhaps she's like a hybrid of some kind, because some of her features make her look like a great white and others I gave her two like long blue stripes that go over the top of her head and probably down the back, down her back. So who knows, she could be a future species. I had a lot of fun drawing this out because it's one of them drawings where you just let your imagination just run rampant, and I was just thinking up ways of what's she doing in space and like what's her mission and stuff like that. Because I didn't want to colour the entire. Because I drew her with a black background, with fixed space behind her. But I didn't want to colour in the entire page because my markers aren't gonna last that long. They're slowly dying, and I have no idea when I'll get some more. So I gave her a plain background. Rephrase that. So once I'd done the sketch, I inked in the line work. This also gave me an opportunity to adjust certain aspects of the drawing just to make sure it worked fine. gave her quite a sharp looking like snout type area. Because this futuristic species of sentient shark has the ability to tilt her head so she can like sort of stand upright, like and stuff like that. I had to reshape her fins a couple times because they look too round in some places or too fat. Or too broad, not fat. I gave her like little buttons or something to indicate that her spacesuit had some form of like function other than just to protect her from the elements that is space. Sort of pretended that she was like standing at the open airlock of a spaceship, ready to venture out onto whatever mission she was assigned to. I used alcohol markers for this particular drawing, with some coloured pencil later on, just to get highlights. Once I've got rid of all the pencil lines, of course. I just, at the time of choosing the colours, I couldn't bother like sifting through the entire pencil case of pens, so I just scooped them out onto my desk and picked out what I felt would be a good colours for this particular drawing, and dumped all the rest back in. I started off with the stripes on her head, colouring them in a sky blue, and then I coloured in the top half of her skin in a light grey. Or it's the lightest grey I have. It's not a light grey, it's just a mid-tone grey. I'm using Bic markers for this artwork. I gave her purple eyes, and I used the same purple to indicate some shadows here and there on the drawing. In some areas the purple worked out quite well for making shadows. I decided to go over the glass of the helmet with the purple as well. Sorry, my head got into the shot there. Not as bad as I used to be. I used to have a habit when I was drawing to have my nose almost touching the page when I'm colouring. Luckily I don't have that habit anymore, thanks to having streaming and making videos. I've slowly broke that habit, but it creeps back every now and then. I decided to colour her spacesuit in a tan at first as a base colour. Most spacesuits are white, probably down to the fact that it's the lightest colour to be able to see in a dark space. In the pitch blacker space, it does help to be able to see your teammates or whatever. And the tan really helped the purple look like more like a shadow. I've had these big markers for quite a while, and I'm afraid some of them are drying out a bit because some I've used more than others. And unfortunately, I've looked all over online, but Bic does not sell these markers individually. So when I do eventually run out of ink in a particular marker, I'm not going to be able to use that one again until I get like an entirely new pack. And this set came in a pack of 36 that I got on discount. And alcohol markers are expensive, so it could be a while before I end up replacing certain markers, sadly. And I ain't got no clue of how I'm gonna work around that little flaw, because I like the big markers. It's obviously there's a limit. It's not like Copic markers where you get refills. Not that I could ever afford to buy Copic markers. They're costing out of my leg and all. I mean, I got gifted chameleon markers over Christmas, and as much as I like to use them, I don't want to use them because there's only like half a dozen of them, and I don't want to use them up and not have to use them again, so they just sit on my desk looking pretty because I don't want to use them. No, I can't do it. Anyway, back to the drawing after I've rambled on there. After I filled in the main tan colour of the suit, I went over in a dark yellow to brighten up a bit, and I coloured in the belt around her waist, put the buckle and the booster things on a fin and tail. And then I went around her in a black pen to make sure I don't accidentally colour her in black as well as the sky. I call it sky because I don't know how else to refer it to. Then I roughly filled in the black around her because again my black is also slowly dying and running out of ink. So once I fill in all the black here, I go in with a navy blue to fill in whatever gap is left by the black. And I quickly realised how big of a surface I had to cover with the black here. So I started doing the lazy person method of colouring, where I draw a small section, colour that section, and then move on to the next one. Pardon me. Like I said, I had a lot of fun doing this. So the mix of the dark blue and black really do work well for a spacey sky. I then added some little details to complete the aspect of it, and then I took some pencils and filled in some highlights and shadows. I used the white to lighten up the spacesuit so it wouldn't seem so dark, not to mention it would help highlight the light that's casting onto the shark. I added some highlights to her eyes and to one side of her face, and then I went in with a darker grey to do the other side of her face, and added some shading to the water tanks. once I had done all that, I went in with a white gel pen and outlined the space helmet and then dotted in some stars. Coming to near the end of this video now. Hope you all enjoyed it. Leave a like if you did. Let me know what you thought in the comments, and if you want to see more of my videos in the future, please hit the subscribe button. It really is appreciated. If you want to see this particular drawing, I have posted it on my Instagram, where most of my art gets posted. All of my links and that are in the description box below if you want to check those out. And if you want to see me in action making these drawings come to life, you are more than welcome to join me for my streams. My link for that channel is down below too. Right guys, thank you very much for watching. I hope you all enjoyed the video, and I'll see you again soon. Bye!